Guys, good morning and welcome along. It's 2 minutes past 8 on the 16th of November 2023. Today is Thursday, and it's roughly about 10 days since my last stream on this financial independence journey. I'm starting out actually with a little historical look at the market, and you'll see why presently. But guys, the what you see here, this is kind of the normal market growth and fluctuation, and then there's a bit of what you might call a shoot, a bit of a fall. And then things pick up fairly quickly, and in fact at the time that was referred to as a V-shaped recovery, which was actually pretty accurate. Guys, that was the COVID effect. That was whenever governments worldwide inflicted the most severe form of financial suicide that's ever happened in history upon their own businesses and economies. And then obviously we see some stimulus and the effect of businesses readjusting to the so-called new normal and whatnot, and things got back on track pretty quickly. Guys, that was back in 2020. Just look and see how the market has evolved since then. If you notice, you will see that the market has kind of climbed away from that point. Then around about this point here, end of 2021, start of 2022, you get the conflict in the Ukraine, if I remember rightly. And that has caused a lot of instability in the market. It's been pretty poor this last while. Then more recently we've had the conflict in the Middle East. I'm not sure exactly when that began. Well, actually, was it the 7th of March? 7th of March, I think. So that's in around that point where the mouse is. So yeah, there was a bit of a drop there, not too significant actually, but I suppose in terms of international global thinking, etc., the Middle East is a long way away from Europe. It's a long way away from the United States, and quite frankly, Western governments are quite happy to let the people in the Middle East fight it out among themselves, as they probably might see it. So guys, that's where we are right now, at the end of the graph there. The market is open. It's just open, and it's not very easy to see perhaps there, but there is actually some a very small amount of a clear blue water, let's say, between the previous highs and the current market value. So that looks to be a positive symbol. There was also good news recently about a slowdown in inflation, and that may be stimulating the market to a certain extent. Guys, let's have a look at the notifications. So that's just biggest stocks before earnings. That occurs every so often. Different companies appear to report earnings at different times. JD.com, I don't know what that is, to be honest. Target, that'll be Target the retailer, up 14%. Their profits have exceeded Wall Street expectations. Experian pops 6.5%. I'm going to suggest that that's a positive move. Yeah, first half profits soar on cost of living driven demand. I don't actually understand what they mean by that, but let's move on. Airbnb up 5.2% on AI startup acquisition. What else is here? So that's another biggest stocks before earnings. Snap, I think is Snapchat, up 8%. Amazon announces direct purchases on Snapchat for US users. So basically a bit of sort of cross-platforming by the sound of things. I don't know what Azenta is, but they're up 12%. Fisker, not too sure, down 20%. DCC, whatever that is, up 7% on plans to acquire German LPG distributor Progas. So that's something to do with petrochemicals, I think. And that's all the notifications there for the meantime. Guys, looking at the state of things as things stand, current portfolio value 10,930. That has obviously increased quite a bit with this last big positive candlestick. Current return on investment roughly 8.4%. And the market for the day so far up 0.3%, almost 2% for the week. Insignificant change for the month. And as you can see, going back 3 months up nearly 4.5%, up 10% over 6 months, and less than that for the year. This is starting to look a lot more like a normal market year, although we're not quite we're not really seeing what I would call full recovery just as yet, but it is kind of looking like it could do it in the next 12 to 24 months. Guys, as is normal on the channel, I'm going to go ahead and put in a purchase if the platform would please like to play. There we go. So we are using the Trading 212 practice platform, and we are buying Vanguard S&P 500 exchange traded fund to the tune of 120 theoretical pounds, and the estimate underneath there is that that's going to buy us around about 1.74 shares. We will review the order. That just confirms what we have input, and that commission is free. We're going to send the buy order. This is a market buy, so it will only execute when the well, basically at fair market value. It has gone through there. There was a notification. The total on the right hand side has updated. That brings our portfolio value to just over £11,000. Let's just see how many shares we managed to buy there. So it was 1.739, and we got them at £69.01, I suppose, if you round it off. And yeah, that's how things look today. Guys, the beauty of the exchange traded fund, or at least the index, not so much an exchange traded fund, but the beauty of the fact of investing in the index is that the index represents the 500 or so best performing companies, and should things change, should a particular company fail or begin to perform less well in fact, than some others that are outside of the index, then that company will eventually fall off the index and it will be replaced by companies that are performing better. And that fact alone, something which J.L. Collins refers to as the market being, the index being self-cleansing, that fact alone means that even when things are not going particularly well in terms of the market as a whole, the index remains a very positive place to invest and to put your money, to allow it to grow. And as I say, even if the market isn't particularly performing all that well, when you invest from the mid to the long term, you will be able to take advantage of dollar cost averaging to a certain extent. And I think we've seen the benefit of that actually in the past here. So guys, that's it for this week. If you find the content of interest, please consider subscribing to the channel. And of course, if you particularly enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And thank you for watching. I'll be back at some point next week. Probably Wednesday next week. I'll be back then with another week's investment and commentary for you to consider. Thanks for watching, guys.